right, so we're out at the woods, and let's talk about the building a little bit. So last week Wednesday they came out and prepped for concrete, and then I was told Thursday they were going to be back to pour the concrete. So let's take a look at it. And nothing's poured. So a couple things with that. First thing, good. Because there were some comments about the weather being below like 40 degrees or something, and I know with concrete, once you pour it, you'll get some heat out of it as it cures, but ideally you don't want to be pouring concrete when it's too cold. That's not a good idea. The second part with that is there's no vapor barrier down. They didn't put any plastic, so I just messaged the builder salesman about it, and he's gonna have them add that. That's one thing I don't know why they wouldn't put it down. I know way back in the day when I used to pour concrete, we never put down any type of vapor barrier, no plastic, insulation, nothing. Nowadays it seems like that's everything everywhere. Everybody puts down all sorts of plastic, or they put down insulation, and there's all sorts of different reasons, but we'll see. So hopefully that'll help. I know that was it was a concern of mine, is that they didn't put anything down, and the more I talked with everyone, they're just like, well, what concrete crew doesn't put down plastic anymore? That seems like that's a given. So, and I don't know why they didn't pour it, if it was temperature or whatever. I know it did rain, and I was kind of wondering how they were going to pour, especially the stuff where the door is here. You'd have to cover it somehow to prevent it from getting damaged by the rain. So I don't know. Now I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe we can press the pause button on the fiberglass, the mesh, or the the fiberglass mesh, or whatever you call it, the fibers that they put in the concrete, and go with some rods or something. I don't know. I'm sure they won't be happy if that's the case, but I don't know, I guess I'd feel a little bit better. So I don't know, maybe I'll give some thought to that and see, instead of going, I'm not a big fan of that fiber stuff, just not at all. So yeah, other than that, the plan was to get some stuff done, some finishing around the building here, but since the concrete's not done, there's really nothing we can do. I was thinking about scraping the driveway down too, just because we don't need all that fill in there just for the light vehicles we have, but considering there's no concrete truck that's come through here yet, I don't want to mess with the driveway until we get him in. So we were taking bets on whether or not it was going to be done, and as soon as we got here, I'm like, no, it's not. Well, how can you tell? I'm like, there's no big tracks from a concrete truck. You'd see tire tracks all squashed out through here. So I knew right away, before even looking at the building, that the concrete wasn't done. So, but like out in here with the driveway, I would take some of this out, just because it's kind of high, that on the end. I mean, I don't know, I could leave, or at least try tapering some of that out, taking like a scoop out of there and just moving that towards the shed or further into the driveway or whatever. So, but it's coming together. I don't know, it hasn't been without any type of struggle, that's for sure. Apparently it never is. All right, so we didn't do much of anything out here today. We kind of just played around a little bit. I guess some days you need to do that. And it's only 34 degrees, so again, just unbelievable that we had 85, I think it was 86 degrees out here for basically a week straight, and now we're back into, yesterday it was snowing. It was like straight up ice pellets coming down for the longest time. So on it, just looking at the roof here too, on the building, it's all covered in ice. So that kind of blows, but I don't know. So I kind of took some notes on some of the stuff we're gonna need the next time we come out. So I wanna change the entry door knob, and I think I talked about that. I want to switch that to a keyless to get in, so that we don't have to worry about having a key or a special key. And then the other thing I do with all my locks is key them to the same key. So every single door at the main residence is all the same key, and I'll do the same thing with this one. That way, one key, and you can throw that key then on your key ring for your vehicle, so you always have a key to get in if for some reason the battery goes dead on the keyless entry pad or whatever. 2x6s, we're gonna need 2x6s to do the ceiling. Insulation, I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do with that, but I might just end up insulating the whole building and then still wall off a small section that I can heat. But I think we're gonna end up insulating the whole building. I think that's the road we're headed. I don't know if I'm gonna go high-end insulation or just that real inexpensive white crumbly insulation. I could go like 1.5 inches with that and maybe stick that up in the ceiling. The walls will probably go with that pink stuff. I've had pretty good luck with that. On the Morton building when I did that, I just I put it in between the two girts, just cut it to size and then slid it in. So, and you can slide it behind the post, so that kind of holds it in that way. And with this one having all these extra braces, there's no way that foam's gonna come out. You'll have to do a couple pieces or whatever, but you could slide it in, and then that's that. And like next to the window here too, that's an easy piece, just cut and slide it in. So I'm kind of thinking that's what I'll do. The pink stuff, I don't know. There's also that white foam with like silver reflective. I don't know. It'll depend on what the cost is. I don't want to get super ridiculous, because that wasn't my plan with this. And then with like the ceiling, that's where I would put the white, what do you call it? Like the crumbly insulation, the cheapest foam insulation you can buy. With that, I could just go right over the top of maybe the purlins. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not real sure yet on that part. But the walls, that I know for sure I'm gonna do the 1.5 inches, and then when I finish out the small area inside, that I'll probably do the 1.5 inches, and then I think the 6-inch fiberglass. So yeah, just making some notes on some of the things we're gonna need. The other thing I'd like to get out here is a sandpoint well. So that should be pretty easy to drive. This is all sand. I think the water table's plenty high out here, so we should get water at 25 feet, no problem. So that'll be another thing, future videos, we'll have to work on that as well. So, but other than that, that is gonna be it for now.